Hi friends! Today I am going to see a play at the Jolla Playhouse called The Luckiest. I'm going to show you what I wore and I'm going to give you my reaction to the play. Welcome to the Dress Up Mom! Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you are a regular viewer and subscriber, I absolutely love you. Thank you so much. If you are new to the channel and you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. It's just a button. It's here. Just click it. It's free. I am growing the channel. We are also on all the social media outlets, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at The Dress Up Mom, hashtag The Dress Up Mom. You can check us out there too. I love living in San Diego County. I've spent the majority of my life here and I think it's the best place on the planet to live. I live in the La Jolla area, and one of the jewels that we have here is the Jolla Playhouse, which is on the campus of UCSD, just great campus, and I live very close to that. The Jolla Playhouse is a place where new productions, there's usually about 6 or 7 new productions that come and are tested out on us. We're kind of a test market. It is super fun. I have season tickets through work. I get to go preview and then tell people at work whether or not to go see the plays or take clients to the plays. So my husband and I go regularly, and we always like to go to the Sunday matinee. I'll be honest that, you know, they're not all winners. There's usually a couple in each season that are like, oh, I'm not sure about that. Then there's some that are good, and then there's always a couple that just really get me, and I think that they're great. I'm hoping that today's play called The Luckiest is one of those. It's gotten some good reviews in the paper. I've heard from people who have seen it that have really liked it. But I'll tell you, I am in no way a critic. I'm actually very easily entertained. So this isn't a review. I'm just going to tell you how a regular person, myself, reacts to this play. I am also somebody who loves the arts, and I appreciate anybody who puts their heart and soul into creating something. So I always find something good out of it, and the acting is usually very superb in all of these productions. Today's play, The Luckiest, I don't know a whole lot about it, but it is one of those that I think is supposed to make you feel very grateful for what you already have in your life. It looks like there's about 3 or 4 actors in it, and they look like they're interesting. One of the women looks familiar to me. I don't know. When we go, I'll check that out. I purposely like to not read too much because I like to make up my own mind. From the little that I have read or heard about this production, it is based somewhat, I think, on the playwright's story, or relates something to her, I believe. And it has to do with a diagnosis that one of the characters gets, and then relates to, again, feeling grateful about what you have in life. I can always use that, a reminder of how precious life is, and to be grateful for it. But I am bringing along some Kleenex because I have the feeling it might be a little tear-jerky. Normally these productions do make me think a little bit afterward. They open my mind to something that I might not have thought about before. So I love that part of this experience as well. Let me show you what I'm wearing. Now, I like to get a little bit dressed up when I go to the theater because to me it's a fun occasion. So even though it's a matinee on a Sunday, I am wearing this really fun, beautiful dress that I got from ReLove in San Francisco. It is vintage, it's pure silk, and it just really drapes so nicely, the loose drape. I love these sort of bat wing sleeves that it has. The V and just the way that it lays is, I think, beautiful. The length, I love everything about this dress, and it's really comfortable too for sitting for a while. This necklace is special. It was something that I loved. My mom had this in her collection when I was a kid, and when I was in my 20s, she gave it to me as a Christmas present. It's still one of my absolute favorites. The shoes are Kurt Geiger little kitten heels here with the leopard that I got on eBay for a really good price. It's the summer and it's a beautiful day, but it gets a little chilly sometimes in the theater, so I'm taking this little pashmina here that my daughter brought me back from India, also very special. And the purse is something I picked up in Tijuana. It's a beautiful leather purse that I got for like $10 from a street vendor there. So I really like that. I'm excited today because not only are Doug and I going, but my daughter is coming with us and she is bringing a friend. So I will try, if there's an intermission, I might try to give you an idea of what we're thinking then, and if there's something cool on stage, I'll try to film. I can't film a lot about that, but I'm gonna head out to the theater now, and then I will give you my reaction after. From the Luckiest, and I am glad that I had my Kleenex. I definitely needed that. It was quite sad. And I would say that all of us agreed it kind of had this very slow build to it. There was no intermission, so it was I think 90 minutes long, and there were only 3 actors in the entire play, but they were all really good. The actress that played the mom, I know I've seen her on some of my TV shows. She does little bit parts and she was great, as well as the other 2 actors. Very well done. Like I said, it just kind of had this slow build where you're not quite sure in the beginning, but it definitely pulled on all of our heartstrings toward the end, and it's one of those that I'm going to think about a lot. One of the things that's going to make me think about is end of life. Who makes that choice? How do we get to make that choice? Should it be legal? Is it not legal? I mean, it definitely brings up some thoughts there. Also makes me very grateful for the people in my life. I would say that it did do that. Friends, family, and people that you love, and what that means, and how you just never know what's around the corner. I wanted to just read a little bit here from the program of what the playwright, and I think she also had some sort of an accident that that caused her to write this play. But I want to read to you. She said, "What would you like people to leave the show with?" She says, "At the risk of sounding sentimental, and I don't think this is a sentimental play, a little sentimental, but I am sometimes a sentimental person. I hope that people leave the theater determined to fall in love with their life, to appreciate the people they love, to be good friends, to have empathy for others. I hope that perhaps they are inspired to do something that they have always wanted to do and for some reason haven't yet. I hope they call someone they miss on an actual phone and have a long conversation. I realize this is a lot to wish for, but if maybe every person has one of these things happen to them, that would be kind of wonderful." And I agree with her on this. I think I'm going to try doing some of these things, or at least be a little bit more mindful of it. I'll be very interested to see what happens to this play, if it gets picked up, if it goes somewhere else. It was 90 minutes that I don't regret. It was something that I'm glad I saw. If it does get picked up and you see it, or you saw it in San Diego, would love to know your thoughts as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, have fun and dress it up a little.